At this point, I want to call to the podium one of the stalwarts of the Dominica Labour Party, brothers and sisters. And you see one thing about the Labour Party, when we hit hard times in this country, you know who to call on. You know who you see in, brothers and sisters. You know who comes to your rescue. And one of the greatest parliamentary representatives in this country showed his mettle, brothers and sisters. When Tropical Storm Erica hit the east and Petit Savan was destroyed, brothers and sisters, one of the greatest hearts in Dominica, one of the greatest pal reps in Dominica came to the fore. My friend and brother, a man with compassion, a man with a feeling for his people, a man who exemplifies what it means to be a parliamentary representative. When chips are down, the parliamentary representatives rise to the occasion. And it is my pleasure to invite to the podium, brothers and sisters, the Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darroux.
Labour. Thank you. Thank you very much, my friend, my brother, and my comrade, Honorable Ian Douglas, for your warm introduction. Good evening to each and every one of you. Let me thank the national organizing campaign team for allowing me to share this big stage here tonight and to be part of this grand ceremony. And not only that, but to allow me to open the batting in the likes of Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes. Those of you who know about cricket. We are here this evening at this very important event, my brothers and sisters, where the ruling Dominica Labour Party, your Labour Party, will present its full slate of 21 candidates. I repeat, will present its full slate of 21 candidates. And you just wait and see who and what we have in store for you. Indeed, a team for those times. Labour rights all. Before I begin my presentation, I would like to take a few moments, like my comrade Ian Douglas did, to express my solidarity with my sisters, the Honorable Octavia Bonney and Greta Alfred, and to my brothers, the Honorable Kozia Frederick and Kent Edwards, for the damage inflicted to their communities last weekend by the passing climatic event. Also, my deepest condolences to the family and friends of the gentleman who lost his life. As the former member of parliament of the Petit Savan constituency, who experienced the ravages of Tropical Storm Erica, I would like to reassure my good friends in the East and the residents of the said communities, do not despair. I repeat, do not despair. Where there is life, there is hope. And though sometimes the situation might seem hopeless, God is with you. And to further advise them that they just have to cast their eyes to the south and to see what this government has done for the Petit Savan and Dubic communities. And rest assured that in the words of the late great reggae singer Bob Marley, don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Labour rights all, I bring you greetings from the south of the island, from the lovely and unique constituency of Petit Savan, comprising the villages of Petit Savan, Bagatelle, Font Saint-Jean, Fab, Point Carib, Stowe Estate, Dubic, Pichelay, Maranafa Square, and of course, Belleville Chopin, with some of the most beautiful and loyal constituents in the whole wide world. It's that time again, one of the most exciting times on any nation's calendar of events, coming straight from what was certainly the most successful 44th independence anniversary. Yes, Labour rights, it's election time again, where you, the electorate, will decide who you would like to govern your affairs for a further 5 years. And the choice is clear, ladies and gentlemen. Labour is still the best choice. Because you have on one hand a party that continues to attract time and time again formidable candidates, professionals from varying fields, and dynamic young leaders full of adrenaline and just raring to go, as compared to the other side, who have spent the last 2.5 decades fixated on casting all sorts of aspersions on one man, our leader, and a full 3 years after a general election has not even been able to establish a clear political leader. I mean, really, in my Suki's voice, come on, who does that? Ladies and gentlemen, labor rights all, you know the chaos that exists within the camp. And just imagine these folks, if by some twisted hand of fate, or as my good friend Ian Douglas likes to say, imagine, si atuka, these folks be allowed to govern the affairs of our beloved country. Just imagine what a calamity that would be. We, the Labour Party, on the other hand, is a time-proven and time-tested, well-oiled machine with the competence and expertise required to navigate the tumultuous waters in these extraordinary, difficult times. And by God, yes, we have been tested. From the numerous climatic events, the most notable ones being Tropical Storm Erika and then Hurricane Maria just 2 years later, to the COVID-19 pandemic, which wreaked havoc on world economies, both great and small, and now a global conflict that has seen an escalation of food and fuel prices, and one that threatens to destabilize global security. My dear friends, we should never, ever, ever, ever attempt to lose the gains that we have made over the past 20 years or more. And while some, based on their own myopic, partisan, and twisted minds, seek to say differently, Dominica is going places. I repeat, Dominica is going places. And we should never, ever, ever tamper with this, ladies and gentlemen. My dear Liberites, tonight's event is the proof of the pudding that your Dominica Labour Party is on solid ground and has set our country on a path to prosperity. And we are seeking a fresh mandate to continue that journey. From the sterling prowess and stewardship of our political leader to the smooth transition of long-serving members like myself to fresher, younger, more energetic ones. Come December 6th, it will be proven once again that you, the Dominican electorate, will decide that Labour is still the choice. In fact, I'm pretty sure you will all agree that there is really no other choice. Ladies and gentlemen, Labour rights, as a country, we are where we are today, not by luck and chance, but by God's good graces and mercies. And He has blessed us with a leader of the very highest pedigree. Our success at relocating the two communities of Penit 7 and Dubic did not come about by attempting to rally people to civil unrest at every opportunity. Our success at overcoming two natural disasters within the space of 2 years, where we lost over 300% of our GDP, and where the experts gave us at least 20 years to full recovery, did not happen by sitting at a radio station night after night, blatherskiting all manner of conjured rhetoric and talking gibberish. Labour rights, our extraordinary story of our small island developing state like Dominica handled the COVID-19 pandemic did not come about by idly gallivanting and roaming the streets of Roseau on a weekly basis. No, my dear friends, our gains have been brought about because of steady hands at the wheel of the ship, a captain with a great head on his shoulders, one who has blazed trails and taken extraordinary decisions at every step of the way to ensure that you, the citizens, were cushioned from the harshest impacts of these shocks, my dear friends. Labour rights all, we should never ever take for granted this leadership and the ensuing success stories, because it was brought about largely in part to the fact that our leader, your Labour Party leader, has been able to skillfully and strategically establish exceptional relationships with foreign countries, leaders, and organizations. And I dare say This has resulted in Dominica's remarkable standing in the eyes of the international community. And I'm not just saying that. We have the evidence to prove it. The bold move to establish relations with the People's Republic of China way back in 2004 has resulted in a number of flagship infrastructural and other initiatives that has seen the transformation of the Dominica's landscape, ranging from the stadium where we are, to the State House and the State College, to the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital, an establishment that is set to become one of the premium healthcare providers in the English-speaking Caribbean, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, labor rights, you will recall that Dominica, yes, Dominica, not one of the known, more developed countries of the Caribbean, was the first country to receive COVID-19 vaccines to help fight the then dreaded virus. Again, this did not come about by luck and chance, but because of our leader's network and his ability to use this network to the benefit of his people. The same can be said of the receipt of ventilator machines at a time when these machines were in such high demand and more valuable than silver and gold. Our friends from the People's Republic of China came to our rescue. And not only that, we were able to share these gifted resources with some of our sister countries to assist them with their own fight. The most recent re-election of our very own Baroness Patricia Scotland as Secretary General of the Commonwealth again brought to the fore the respect that our little island nation has out there in the international community, as we were able to stave off a well-orchestrated campaign against the re-election of the Baroness, spearheaded by the 5 largest economies within the 56-member organization. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. Dominica is no longer just a little piece of rock in the Caribbean. We are a proud nation on the rise, one that has produced the current Director General of PAHU, the immediate past Secretary General of CARICOM, amongst others. And again, this achievement did not come about just so, my dear friends, not just like that. But if our leader, your Prime Minister, going out there and dialoguing with his colleague heads of government to persuade them to vote for candidates at these organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to summarize this in street language. Respect scary boy. My dear friends, labor rights all, it would be extremely remiss of me if I did not take my final 2 minutes of my presentation to thank all my many loyal constituents, supporters, and well-wishers who over the course of the past 3 elections gave me an overwhelming mandate each and every time to be your member of parliament. And please excuse me if I get a bit teary-eyed and emotional, because the love and support you have shown me throughout the years has been nothing short of phenomenal. My friends, a few weeks ago, I indicated to the Honorable Prime Minister that I sincerely believe that I have played my part, and the time to hand over the baton to a fresher, younger, more energetic mind and body has come. It has been a pleasure serving you for the past 13 years. And though it has come at a tremendous cost to me as it pertains to my professional life as a doctor, I have not regretted not one moment of this, my dear friends. And whilst opinions may vary as to my stewardship, and I've always said there are certainly things that I could have done better, and differently, and maybe even better, because after all, I'm human with flaws and imperfections. But few can truthfully deny my commitment to the constituents and constituency of Piritsavan. My friends, I'm saying goodbye, satisfied that I gave it my utmost, satisfied that my contributions, both known and unknown, both visible and invisible, would have left an indelible mark on the lives of the residents of the Piritsavan constituency. Time and space will certainly not permit me to thank or recognize the numerous individuals who have made my journey as your member of parliament so much easier, because it is indeed a tough job that very few understand. But I would like to take time off to thank the love of my life, my soulmate, for understanding the assignment with me, and for picking up the slack oh so many times as it pertains to domestic duties. I love you and want to thank you for being such a wonderful mother to the kids and seldom complaining. My parents for the constant concern and spiritual guidance. And special mention have to be made of my friend and brother and campaign manager for the past 2 campaigns, Mr. Sherman Antwen, aka Mr. Sabo. My brother, I'm not sure if you're here, but your selflessness and loyalty is rare, and thank you so very much. My constituency team and association, Obi, Diane, Yannick, Brendan, Carrie, Chrysler, and all the many others, thank you so much for all you did, and for your dedication and commitment, and for showing up each and every time that you were needed. Sorry, folks, I can't mention everyone. It would really take the rest of the night. And whilst each and every nook and cranny of the constituency have shown me nothing but love, and of course they deserve criticism and maybe from time to time, I cannot leave here without singling out the extraordinary love, loyalty, commitment, and understanding that I have been blessed to receive from the moment I entered active politics from a special group of folks in an extra special community called Dubic. I see a number of you there. And I say this with absolutely no fear of contradiction, that one cannot ask for better constituents. Your patience and understanding is indeed one of a kind. And words cannot express how much I love you and appreciate you. And I would like to reassure you that all will be well with you as it relates to your ultimate housing relocation. I love you all. That being said, the Dutch, there's a saying in Dutch, there's a time to come and there's a time to go. And indeed the time to go have come. I've run my lap and the relay baton has been seamlessly passed on to a most worthy and capable successor, who has my complete endorsement and support. And I have done everything to ensure that the love and support that I received over the years have been smoothly transferred to him. And I remain available throughout this campaign and beyond, in fact, for as long as he deems that I'm needed. Mr. Prime Minister, so I'm sure you're listening, rest assured that the Petite Servant constituency is in a good place. The torch has been passed, and I would like to reassure you that like the past 7 elections, come December 6, T7 will be counted for Labour. And like the last elections, it will be the first seat counted for Labour, because after all, Labour is still a choice for Petite Servant and Dominica by extension. I thank you so very much. Thank you.